Tracking light snow showers across parts of the area tonight. Those could put down enough to cause some travel issues. We'll focus on that and your Super Bowl Sunday forecast ahead.
A Central Kentucky preschool teacher has been arrested. Police say she abused her own daughter.
A police officer here in London shows what it truly means to protect and serve his community.
The Cats on the road at Missouri tonight. You'll hear Coach Cal's post-game comments live.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for watching. Get used to the wintry weather. We have some chances for snow in the coming days.
Up first, some light snow that may cause some slick spots on the roads for the morning commute. We begin tonight with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. He shows us what he's tracking on the First Alert Defender.
Guys, temperatures getting very close to the freezing mark now as those snow showers begin to crank up, and we'll see that really increase a little deeper into the overnight early tomorrow morning. Live First Alert Defender with the temperatures on there showing we're down to 33 now into Lexington and Frankfort, already at 32 into Moorhead. So as we go through the next couple of hours, we will see those numbers continue to drop. Now, Defender isn't picking up on a whole lot. It's important to note these are snow showers that will be coming our way tonight into tomorrow morning instead of this just big wall of snow that'll be coming your way. You'll get the individual bursts that can put down some very light accumulations, but it's all about the impact in time for that morning commute. Live First Alert Defender across the Lexington Metro picking up on a little band of some lighter snows from the Fayette Mall area back toward Bluegrass Airport, northern parts of Jessamine County. That'll head into the southern parts of Lexington toward Richmond and eventually Berea over the next little bit. Defender again picking up on a greater concentration to the north of the Bluegrass State. Everything, though, is coming at us from northwest to southeast. See this little band of some snow showers around Chicago. That will continue to develop and drop its way on in from northwest to southeast. So some lighter snows, a possibility later on tonight. Coming up in a little bit, winter storm's going to take aim at the Ohio Valley. Guys, we're going to track the impact on that toward the Bluegrass State for Super Bowl Sunday. That's in about 15 minutes.
Chris, thank you. Now to a breaking news alert that we're tracking out of Whitley County tonight. State police tell us a fiery crash between two tractor trailers has shut down northbound Interstate 75. That crash happened about an hour ago at the 1 mile marker just above the Tennessee state line. Police say they are not sure what led to the crash, but both tractor trailers were engulfed in flames. The Whitley County Sheriff says one of the trucks hit part of a bridge, but police say no serious injuries have been reported. The sheriff says the northbound lanes could be closed up to 4 hours. We'll continue to track this story and have the very latest on WKYT.com and on WKYT News this morning. She teaches preschool students in Clark County, but tonight police have charged a woman with abusing her own child.
Winchester police arrested 45-year-old Cheryl Lockhart. Police say that her child had some significant bruises. Jordan Valines looked through Lockhart's arrest citation. Jordan's tracking the investigation in our top story at 11.
A preschool teacher and a mother of a young daughter sits here tonight in Clark County Jail for the second night in a row, accused of abusing her young daughter, even going as far as pushing her down the stairs. The arrest citation states the police were called earlier this week after Lockhart's daughter didn't come home after school. When police asked her why, she began crying, said she was afraid to go home and feared that her mother would hurt her. Winchester police say they found 2 large bruises on Lockhart's daughter's body. She told police one of them was a result of Lockhart pulling her down the stairs. The other, she claimed, was caused by a physical fight between the two. Lockhart's daughter also said her mother had been drinking heavily before that fight. After the 2 alleged incidents, social services talked with Lockhart and her daughter at the police station. Police determined that the bruises were consistent with the daughter's statement. At this time, no bond has been set for Lockhart. In Clark County, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
We reached out to the Clark County superintendent tonight, but he said he cannot comment on the situation because it's too early in the investigation.
Tonight we are hearing from more doctors who say they've been targeted in a kidnapping scam. Yesterday, Lexington police said at least 3 doctors have received calls from someone saying their child had been kidnapped and the caller demanded a ransom. But police say 2 of those doctors didn't have children and the 3rd doctor quickly learned his daughter was okay. Today, a doctor in Rockcastle County told us he also received the same type of scam call.
Says, I'm with the Mexican cartel. And if you do not do what I'm about to tell you to do, something bad's going to happen to your daughter. I'm going to kill her.
He says he also heard crying in the background, but he says he immediately knew it was a scam because he knew where all of his children were at that time. A scam call has also been reported in Madison County. Police have not made any arrests. The FBI has been tracking this type of scam for years nationwide. Tonight, we have learned a Lexington man has died after a crash in northern Kentucky. The crash happened this morning on Interstate 71 in Boone County, not far from the Verona exit. Police say the driver of a tractor trailer lost control, crossed the median, and hit two cars. Police say the driver of one of those cars, 45-year-old Mark Seville of Lexington, died at the scene. They say the driver of the other car suffered life-threatening injuries. Interstate 71 was closed for hours at the scene of that crash.
It started with a complaint about a shoplifter, but it ended with a random act of kindness. A London police officer says he took it upon himself to help a suspected shoplifter after realizing the man was in a tough situation. New at 11, Garrett Weimer explains what this officer did.
He was called to confront a shoplifter at Kroger, but for Officer Justin Roby, this wasn't a case to go by the book.
As a police officer, you have to, it's not black and white for us. There's a lot of gray, and you have to cipher through everything, and you really need to figure out the whole story.
Roby says the suspect, a single father fallen on hard times, was stealing formula for his baby boy, so Roby bought him some himself.
And me citing him for court wouldn't have done any good for him. He's already short on money, can't afford formula, so me making him appear in court, he's still not going to have any food for that baby.
Officer Roby says there was nothing special about what he did here at Kroger, that his fellow officers do selfless acts such as changing tires every day, every shift even. It just doesn't always get seen.
I think when they look at us, they see just the uniform and just the car, just the tools that we have on our belt. But behind the uniform, I'm a human being, and I'm a person out here in this community just like any of them. You know, I have a little boy. I'm a father just like that gentleman was.
His message for the father, it's okay to ask for help. His message for others,
we're not these robots. You know, there's a human behind the badge.
In London, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Officer Roby says a lot of people out there are struggling, and you don't have to be a police officer to offer them a helping hand.
Tonight, we have received the 911 call made by a Casey County mother after police say her teenage son was kidnapped. Police say Robert Caldwell, who was wanted for crimes in Kentucky and Missouri, took the woman's truck and forced the 13-year-old boy to go with him. Moments later, the boy's mother realized he was gone. A short time later, she told dispatchers her son called her from a store and let her know what had happened.
Guy in a purple shirt, that's all I know. That he was wearing a mask. He had a gun. He took my son with him, but he let him out.
Police later arrested Caldwell in Lincoln County. He's facing 5 felony counts and a federal charge of carjacking out of Kansas City. Today, the FBI announced a juvenile suspect was arrested in Hardin County in connection to the Kansas City crime. A Kentucky teenager accused of going on a crime spree with his girlfriend took an unexpected turn today.
18-year-old Dalton Hayes' hearing in Grayson County had to be delayed because of his outburst in the courtroom. Moments after being brought in for his preliminary hearing, Hayes yelled at the judge.
Harold, I'm not saying here no disrespect to your courtroom or nothing, but I'm not saying anything with that media.
You can take him back out.
The judge also ordered a competency evaluation for Hayes. He's charged with custodial interference, statutory rape, theft, burglary, and a string of other offenses. Police say that Hayes ran off with his 13-year-old girlfriend and went on a crime spree across the South earlier this month. Police found the pair in Florida.
Tonight, investigators say natural gas triggered a deadly explosion at a Mexico hospital. They say at least 2 people were killed and 50 injured in the explosion at a maternity and children's hospital in Mexico City. Rescuers have been using sledgehammers to break through fallen concrete as they search for any survivors. Investigators say the explosion happened as a tanker truck was delivering gas to the hospital kitchen. A witness says a hose broke, spewing a cloud of gas.
Tonight, 911 calls are giving us some new details about a deadly shooting at an Estill County home. Police say Miller Dixon and his father got into an argument at a home on Sugar Hollow Road Tuesday night. During the fight, police say Dixon's father shot him to death. In 911 calls, neighbors say the father shot Dixon in self-defense. They claim Dixon had been drinking and was violent towards his father.
And nobody has hit him back. He is drunk and he is going off, and he is very violent. He's had EPOs.
At this time, police have not charged Dixon's father with anything, but they say they're still investigating the shooting.
Tonight, corrections leaders are investigating a stabbing inside the Kentucky State Penitentiary. They say inmate Sean Noakes stabbed another inmate, Herbert Eads, this morning inside the prison in Eddyville. Eads was taken to a hospital. He's said to be stable tonight. Both men are serving life sentences, Noakes for murder and Eads for sexual abuse. Investigators are not sure what led to the stabbing.
Tonight, health leaders say a measles outbreak has now spread to 14 states. This comes despite a vaccine that the Centers for Disease Control says is 97% effective in preventing it. In South Dakota, parents have been told if measles is diagnosed at their child's school, unvaccinated children will be told to stay home.
If one of our students were to be diagnosed with a case of measles, we need to act pretty quickly.
The CDC says this month alone, 84 people were diagnosed with the measles. Most of those are linked to Disney theme parks in California. In Arizona, health leaders are contacting 1,000 people who may have been exposed to measles at an urgent care center.